Hello, Steffi here. It's time to talk real people, real lives. We just had an unexpected guest for our first video today. Now we're having another very interesting guest here, and she is sharing her story. She lost a loved one in her life a while ago, but how she's coping now and how she was coping beforehand. Get started. Don't wait. I will let you know. Linda, nice to see you. Thank you so much you could make it, because you're from Auckland too.
I am, Steffi, yes.
Our other guest just turned from Auckland, and we said, yes, this is the unexpected guest. We are friends for a while now, and we share something what happened to us, both of us. Yours one is a while ago.
Yes.
You lost a loved one. 20 next year, you say 20 years ago?
20 years next year.
What happened, and especially how do you cope with it? What do you use? What helps you to go through this?
I think what helps anyone to go through this, and knowing that or understanding that you will get through it.
But how do you,
it just takes such a long time, because when you do lose somebody, I mean, I did lose my husband to suicide, and it was very sudden, and it was totally unexpected at the time that it happened.
Yeah.
And it's the loss of the dreams of our future together. My daughter was only 12 years old, and he has missed out on, he had a daughter, he's missed out on her leaving school, getting her first job, getting married, and in a month's time her son will be born, so he's missed out on that. He's just missed out on all of that.
All those things, no?
And I've missed out on us doing it together and being able to share those things together.
Yeah. The thing is, it would be really interesting to find out, because there must be one point but he snapped and to make this decision.
Yeah. Exactly, and I don't know what that was.
Yeah,
he'd been working that day. He was a bus driver, and he'd got back to the depot that night, and obviously something had snapped.
Something snapped, no?
And that was just it.
We will never find out. And it's what if. No,
Yeah.
it's just you. It's you now and your daughter. But going through this, how was your first year?
My first year, in all honesty, I do not remember. I know that I was just existing day by day just to get through. I mean, at the time I actually had 4 homestay boarders. We're under a lot of financial pressure. I was working 30 hours a week, and with Kimberley at school I had to deal with that. So that's all I could do, was just deal with everything on a day-to-day basis.
Day to day, no? There was no thinking about in your future. There's no, get me through this day. Next day you wake up, get me through this day.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
And because I was always very capable, I was able to manage to do that, and I desperately needed help, but I didn't know how to ask, and nobody really realised either that I actually did need the help.
The thing is also, like you say, asking for help. Sometimes it's not easy, and then other people don't actually understand what you went through.
No, unless somebody has been through what you've been through.
That's right.
They have no idea. They'll have some sort of understanding if they've been through something similar,
Yeah.
but they will have no idea. So people saying to you, I understand what you're going through, that's probably one of the worst things that they can say. They can say, I don't know what you're going through, but I may have been through something similar. How can I help?
Yeah, I think this is a really powerful one, because it makes you, when people say, oh yeah, I know my cat just died, and I had this, I guess you had the same conversations, I know what you're going through. No, you don't.
Absolutely.
No idea. But that's what you just said. And with the first year, I was so thankful not you went through this before, but I could talk to you, I could ring you at any time, because I knew you knew exactly what I'm going through and what stage I was in. That helped me so much. So really asking for help, no, it's a biggie.
Yeah, and you came across as somebody probably much like me, that you didn't need help. Yeah, you had it all together, you were sorting it all out. You could do everything that you needed to do, but people didn't really realise, how bad, you were underneath, or how bad I was underneath.
Yeah, the inside was absolutely shattered.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And like we said before, and these are like tsunamis. They hit you in moments, not when like a song is playing or some kind of memory comes back, and woof, and you just start crying.
Yeah.
Remember?
I went to an exercise class not long after Terry had died, and one of the calming, songs at the end was Yesterday, All My Troubles Seem...
Oh, and it just, I get goosebumps.
That was
now.
it, yeah.
No?
All my troubles seemed far. That was just it. I was gone.
This is the trigger points, but then I think it's also important to let it get out. Last or this year in summer, a friend of mine invited me to Caddy to a concert outside in the garden. Was great. Tennessee Whiskey song comes on, and this is the song when Fred was carried out. I heard the first 3 notes, I realized the song, I stood up, walked away, and I had my cry. But this is what we have to do now, not bottle it in.
Exactly right. And for somebody to come up to you and say, don't cry, it'll be all right and whatever, that's something you don't say. Mm-hmm. You agree?
Yeah, that's right.
Just let you cry and get it out.
Get it out, no? Because I think this is the problem, I guess, with most guys. Also, they bottle everything in. They don't talk about the feelings.
Yeah.
And then they snap.
Yep.
This can happen. And I guess with you going through this, you had moments where you said, why am I here? For what? You have moments like this, I guess, to be honest. It is not always say, okay, oh yeah, no, I can do this. You have moments when you say, no, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And then something is picking you up. Your children, your friends, it's something. And like you said before, the first year, I can't remember the first year.
No.
I cannot remember.
No. I only realised how bad I was when I thought back when 9/11 happened. It was 5 months after Terry's death. And I saw that on the TV before I went to work. I had no idea what was happening. I remember going at the end of the day thinking, I must go home and have a look on the TV and see if there's anything about that plane crash.
Yeah.
And to find out it had been on all day, every day, and it wasn't even months, even probably years later, that I actually realised the enormity of what had happened. It just, my mind couldn't cope with that at the time. My mind was coping with what it needed to cope with.
You actually live like in a bubble.
You do.
No? To cope. It's just like a coping mechanism. Does it say, okay, no. It's just me, I have to go through this my own way. No? Because nobody can tell you what to do, really.
No, they can't tell you what to do. And they'll look at you and think that you are actually all right. Because if you are, like 2 of us, we very good practically, so we can cope. And they think you're okay, and you've moved on and you're going to do all these things and whatever. But really, just people like that just know that they are not all right. They do need that time before they'll start to actually really come out of it.
Yeah, and would you say, like, when you ask a friend, you see a friend you haven't seen for a while and say, hey, how are you doing? When you ask someone, really listen carefully what they answer, and maybe you can really say, oh my goodness, he or she needs help or wants to talk about stuff. I think this is also with our mental health challenges going on at the moment, with all the uncertainty. Do you think it's also important?
Very important to listen to what they say. And I'd say when somebody's in the first year or 2, not how are you doing, how are you doing today?
That's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, or how you're dealing, no? How you're dealing.
Yeah,
because sometimes when someone says, oh, Steffi, how are you doing today? And it's like, really, I don't like this question. Sometimes it's like, how are you dealing today? It can trigger something as well, no? So for you, it was, like we said, 20 years?
20 years ago in April next year. And it seems like only a year or 2 ago.
Wow, even after such a long time.
Yep.
But you were married?
I have remarried.
Oh,
and very happily remarried.
Yes.
Yes.
And can you talk with your husband? I know your husband, Gavin. Can you talk about, because sometimes I guess memories coming back. do you can talk with your husband about your?
I can. I'm very lucky. I've got a very understanding husband who allows me to do those types of things.
Oh, this is awesome. So you actually can, when some feelings coming up, you can share them and don't have to bottle them in.
Yeah, and he's very confident in himself, so he just doesn't have any problems with any of those types of things.
This is cool. So it comes actually back to speak up, say what you have to say, share your feelings as well. Because I guess you still have some days where you're a little bit down, or have you actually moved forward this all the time, or you have still some moments where you say,
I have some moments. It's more to do with Kimberly and what she's missed out on.
Yeah.
That's what really hurts me.
When it kicks in, no? Like when your first child next month?
Yeah, my first grandchild, yes.
Yeah, so you straight away, what would he think? It would be nice to have him here, no?
Oh, yes. And she would love him to be there as well, because he absolutely adored her, so...
But he will watch. He definitely will watch. He will see it.
I'm sure he will.
Because as we know, your one, my one, they watch us. These are our angels now. Mm-hmm. No, but you are successful. You have an awesome speaking business. You're happily married. So life goes on. You
life goes
forward.
on.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Because if you feel like a victim or feeling sorry for yourself, then you would be miserable the rest of your life, and they don't want us.
No, they don't want us to be like that.
No, they want us to be happy.
Yeah.
Oh, so when you hear all those stories, and like I went through, you helped me so much going through this. I really have to say that, and I mean it. I could ring you at any time, and you also checked on me all the time. How are you dealing today? What's it up to? And that was great. It helped me as well. So what message do you have for people? Maybe they're going through exactly the same. They lost a loved one just lately or even a while ago, but still it's hard for them to deal with it. So what advice do you have? What helped you mostly?
What would help most? At the time I didn't know what helped me or what it is, but looking back on it now, just knowing that everybody goes through a really tough time sometime in their lives, and knowing that you will get through it. It will, one day you'll wake up and the lights, the sun will shine again and whatever, but when you're going through it you just cannot see. So take one day at a time. Be careful to look after yourself, because if you're looking after everybody else, you're no good if you don't look after yourself. Make sure you exercise and you eat properly and do those sort of things, because that's the last thing that you actually do want to do. But you do need that, and know that you will get through it. You will one day, as I said.
Yeah, it takes a while. For some longer.
Yeah.
No, everybody is different circumstances, everything. Wow. Thank you, Linda, for sharing. Well, honestly, it was so, because I know even if it's a while ago, but it's still sitting there, and you will never get, like people say, you get over it. No, you don't. You don't. Your loved ones are always with you.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for sharing your story, and I know it will definitely make a difference. And I know you're happily married now, and good luck for your first grandchild next month. I can't wait. This is a Christmas baby.
We'll be getting up December.
Oh, yeah. Exciting!
Yes.
Exciting. Yeah, no, you will inform me anyway. Thank
I
you
will.
so much,
Okay.
Linda. Whew, that was another hard topic today. But what Linda just said, ask for help. And at the end, when you said look after yourself, that was I asked her and I said, Linda, can you give me one aspect, what you did, what you think will help me as well? And she said exactly the same. Look after yourself. Make sure you sleep, make sure you eat, you exercise. And I have to say, this one sticked to me. I really have to say this, Linda. Because I look after everyone and everything as well. And this is, maybe it helps you as well. If you have a tough time at the moment, look after yourself. There's only one you, and your loved ones want you to be happy and healthy, because you have to move forward. This is life, and life is here to live a fulfilled life. Hopefully we could help you. Reach out to us. Remember, This is a conversation. So remember, we are on this journey together. Let's start the conversation, share your thoughts and subscribe to our channel. Enjoy life, live in the moment, and most of all, be unstoppable. You deserve it. It's time to talk. Bye for now. See you soon.